Hey, all right. I am going to finally redo the API. Think I know how to add authentication to Elixir API based off of what I learned from JavaScript. Let me see if I can get some red light for y'all. Yeah. All right. A little something to say. All right. So it's going to be based off of what I learned from a couple different places. This is one. This is my repo. Is this private or no? I think this is a private repo. I'll post the links in the chat so y'all can see it. All right, let's get started. All right, so you're basically going to start. A lot of this also is based off of Program Elixir. And you can see that he talks about it here. Dude, I'm becoming functional. Bill Piragoy talks about that in his repo. This is about a year old, so there may be some changes. And if there are, you'll definitely see me go through that. I am Anthony. I write code. And just so you all know, I do not know how this works. So let's make it happen. All right. First things first. Mix Phoenix.new. What are we gonna call this? Elixir. Words API. It's been a while since I've done anything in Elixir, so this will be a good refresher for me. Let's go ahead and post. I think it's gonna force me to log in, so we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Directory already exists. She wants to know. So I got to choose a different API. Why is it so hard to choose a name? You know what? I think I'm just go ahead and delete that. Check it out to confirm. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and delete it and start from scratch. I think it's so old anyway. Appreciate y'all patience on this. Get cracking. All right. Basically right now, you probably can't see it, but I'm using there you go. Using Get Kraken to just to make sure that everything is up to date. I'm going to go ahead and push this. Oh, okay, that was insignificant. At least I hope. All right. Now, let's go ahead and run that command again. No, wait. I need to delete it first. And there we go. Why is this still up? All right. Fetch and install dependencies. Yes. My computer is definitely not equipped to do this streaming stuff. It takes forever. There we go. Next is what? I'm waiting on npm to finish installing. Did I CD into it? I did not. What did it ask me? close that. All right, here we go. npm install cd keywords API. Let's see if it'll work this time. Open up a new one. Now I got one other command. So I'm doing this because I already have an an Express API built, and it has authentication, but I want to use Elixir. I became a big fan of Elixir about a year ago. My buddy Kyle introduced me to it. He loves Rails. I love functional programming, so that's how I got here. Spent a long time playing with Elixir without being able to figure out how to do authentication. Then I finally figured it out by playing with Express. And now I'm ready to implement that into Elixir. And like most things, I'm assuming it's going to be simple. But as the show is titled, I do not know how this works. But if I get it to work, I'm going to build a blog and then add my podcast to it, and then this will all be available online for people to play with. Come on. I'm not going to do that just yet. Go ahead and update my npm from 5.6 to 5.71. While that does what it do, I'm gonna get my meds. It's funky enough. Yeah, if anybody's listening to that question, I'm thinking about getting another Wacom tablet. I don't know if that's pronunciation or not. Any recommendations? I prefer to get a used one. I think there's enough stuff in the world that you don't really need to make new shit. I think I can get a quality one used. Trying to find that. I've looked on a couple different sites, OfferUp. Uh, I haven't checked the Facebook Market. Maybe I should do that. I have also looked on Let It Go. So let's just see. All right, I think we're ready. Next, mix server, mix phoenix.server. Get my you ready? Compiling. Compiling. Got some warnings. Really, yeah. 4 bars. What? All right. I think we're ready. I don't know. Maybe I should just get a new computer. I was also thinking of doing that because I want to do some animation stuff, and I'd like to do more streaming while working, and that doesn't seem to be conducive for this machine. So maybe instead of a Wacom tablet, I should get me a new computer. I'm thinking 16 gigs of RAM. All right, we got it. 4,000 localhost 4,000. Where we're at. So localhost. The dev tools open. Herodo elixir. There it is. There it is. I don't know what y'all prefer to see. If you on there, you can text or chat. Tell me you want to see the live data or you want to see the API or see the tutorial. Work, Palabra, Elixir. I want to learn to do more stuff with Terminal. I think that'd be awesome. I believe it's called Terminal. Command line. All right, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick while this updates. back, and it is updated, and we're ready to go. Let me go ahead and get you guys plugged into the right atom so you can see what I'm doing. Atom. Palabras. We're gonna do elixir's word API, that one. Boom. Now, like I said, I've done this before. I'm not gonna look at that one because I think there's some error messages that I don't really feel like fucking with it. All right, let's go back. Close to get cracking. Won't be needing that. That's the old code. Damn, this shit like super slow. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close this. Don't need that. And I'm gonna close this. Don't need that. May need it later. All right. Now let's read. Mix Phoenix.new. Did that. I didn't do ecto create. We're gonna go over here. All right. Elixir. There we go. Mix ecto create. Mix ecto create creates the database. Ecto is your database. That's your memory. Ecto is so it isn't the database. Ecto is what communicates with your database. It has some awesome commands that basically make it very simple to build a database, maintain it, update it. It takes change sets. Change sets. Basically, I believe if again, I do not know how this works, but I believe it will. It's the instructions. I believe it maintains this. It has like a picture of the state, and then the old set, and the information to change it, and then the new set. Maybe it doesn't save all three of those things, but if for some reason that there's an error or something doesn't go right with the change set, it always has what it was before, so it can always go back, and that's one of the things that is awesome about a change set. But let's get back on. If all of this is successful, you should be able to navigate. We did that. All right. Going to create a static API endpoint. Controller. Done. Right. Web router. Okay, that's so it saves things in 3 different places. Web is all of your model stuff, right? Your routes are there, which is web/router.ex. I believe also your models are there. Your all of your MVC is in the web. Let's look at that real quick. Channels, which we won't be using for this, but that's think you can, there's like always open and information flows back and forth. That's why it was designed for phone stuff, and I believe that's what that's for. Uh, Controllers, which is a controller, basically you send it information, and it then you send it. The information comes from the view, and is it the view? No, the view goes into this. This is the view that it's going to load, the index. The controller takes the model's data, and then whatever functions or things you need done to it are done using these methods. Index is your basically your root. That's the one that's going to go by default. And then we have views. Page controller, page view, and it does nothing pretty much. It just what you're seeing. Oh, it loads the layout view. Page view, layout. No. Where's the template? Oh, it's in the template. Page template tells it what to look like. There we go. And that's how we get our HTML. This is like Ruby does something similar to this. All right. Okay. Layout. Hello Elixir, get started. Yeah, I won't be using any of that though. Views, we're going to be mainly router, which is what it's talking about. APIs is the pipeline we're going to use. This is the one that's used if you're using their web files, their views and templates. We won't be, so everything else, all my stuff's going to come through the API. Scope, this is your root. Pipe through the browser. And boom, browser. Accepts HTML, fetch session, fetch flash, protect from forgery, input secure browser headers. Alright. Yep. So we're going to have some web. This is where I could tell it what modules I'm going to need. Well, not so much. Maybe I call modules. I call something else. The stuff I'm importing. Chain set, echo chain set, query. Yeah. Now, during that, also note that there's one route set up within the scope and a commented out scope of API. You note that there is one set up within scope and a commented out scope for API. Again, since we only want to create an API, we will delete the scope. We're going to delete the root scope with the same elixir API. Get back to my route. Don't make that ever. Phoenix. Contact. Yes, we're in the version. All right. This is namespacing. Oh, why would I do that? Is that it? We will delete the scope and I'm going to comment out the modified API. We'll start. What did I do? I don't know. I don't even know what's first going on here. Alright. So we're going to delete this. And uncomment out that. Right. One. Here we go. Pipe to API. Get users. Alright. I want to keep my naming consistent across both. So I'm going to look at the model here. It's users. And then if I look at my routes, route user ID. Index. That's not what we want. That's what we want. That's not what we want. Index. Routes. Users. There we go. Triple O. Alright, got users. Oh, that's right. It'll be on my computer, so here we are setting up a single get endpoint that should respond to that. If we try to navigate to this path, we get the error. No controller. Index. This file doesn't exist. Or if it it does, this is missing. Oh yeah, it doesn't exist yet. Alright, let's try to go there. I wanna take it to oh, no, not here. Version. Auto restart on my phone. Ecto create. I don't think I ran it. I never ran Ecto create. So I need to create my motherfucking mix. Ecto dot create. It'll tell me if I already ran it. Otherwise, it's just gonna run it. Alright. Next. Ecto create. Just take a minute. Thirsty. I'm hungry too. I might need to go grab something to eat. Got we go with quinoa. Database has already been created. When the fuck did it get created? I guess. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'll be back. I'm gonna shut this down. I'll be back. Oh, this snap.